We got to work on that. Good evening. Welcome to Just Sports with Sonny Wells inside Roscoe Media Center, brought to you by Mr. Johnny Morris and Pit Bull. In studio this evening, we have Mr. Smitty once again.
Glad to be on the show, Sonny. Thanks for having me again.
Glad to have my boy in the house out of Philly. What's your name?
Brother Sherrod Conyers.
Sherrod, the Rock, the man, the myth, the legend, and Mr. DeJuan Scott, my co-host. What's up, fellas?
What's up? All right.
Hey, we're going to get right into it. Monet Davis, she didn't make it. She really did well. But let's run that clip, and then we'll talk about it.
Complete game shutout. ABC Sarah Haynes in the social square. Everyone's talking about this one, Sarah.
Yeah, this is so cool, David. She's the baseball player who took over Twitter last night, redefining throwing like a girl. Take a look.
Fastball on the ground to second. They'll go to short for one. Double play!
How's this for girl power?
Monet Davis and the Taney Little Leaguers. The complete game.
13-year-old Monet Davis taking it to the boys and leading her team, the Taney Dragons from Philadelphia, to a shutout victory over Delaware's powerhouse team, the Newark Nationals.
And there's a strikeout.
Her 70-mile-per-hour fastball helping her strike out 6 players along the way.
It's unbelievable. It's like kids from Philly, and now we're going to Williamsport.
With this victory, Davis is now on her way to the Little League World Series, only the 17th girl to make it to the finals in the league's 68-year history. While other teams are co-ed, Monet is the only girl on this Little League team.
If I'm pitching, they see my fastball and they get kind of scared, and I just strike them out.
Monet always had a love for sports, but her first choice was basketball.
I had high hopes that I would be a WNBA player.
An honor student who starts 8th grade in just a few weeks, earning respect on and off the field.
I just go out and just throw strikes.
Monet Davis.
And we wish her the best of luck in the championship series, which is coming up.
I love how she said, "But the kids from Philly."
Kids from Philly.
With a 70-mile-per-hour fastball.
Monet Davis,
Wow.
man.
Wow.
It's amazing.
Hey, Smitty, your thoughts?
Yeah, she put on a nice performance the last game there. I think she struck out like 6 before they got on top of her. But great performance, and, it's nothing but good things ahead for her.
Most definitely. Sherrod.
Yeah, growing up in Philly and also in Carolina, I got a chance to play not only American Legion, but ball and also Little League, and also played in college at the collegiate level. But it's just amazing where sports have came from, and the essence of women throwing as, if not harder, than most guys and most men. So hats off to her. She's probably eating a lot of cheesesteaks from Max's. Shout out to Broad and Airy up there in North Philly.
Big D.
Well, you know what, man? I'm not only impressed with the chapter of history that she has written, but, the doors that she has opened up for just baseball in general. That is something that many of us grew up watching. We played in the streets before all these games, and minorities in baseball. I mean, she's really given it a shot. I mean, the landscape of what she's done is really tremendous. We'll see the benefits from it for years to come.
That's true. That's true. Okay, keeping it moving right along, we're going to jump from baseball right into the most popular sport right now, preseason football. Let's see. Now, we've got Smitty. Who's your favorite team, Smitty?
Well, I'm really watching the Jets right now, the competition between Geno and Vic. And just this evening, looked like Vic had a pretty good game there. So what do you think, Sherrod? Do you think Vic's going to pull out, or is it going to be Geno starting?
See, this is the problem I have. This is the sole problem that I have.
Brothers got problems already.
Because we keep hyping Vic up to be the savior. They let him go, and I understand he's been through a lot of things in his life in the last couple of years.
Yes.
He came to Philly, just didn't really pan out, didn't really learn the offense. He wanted to do the whole scramble thing. But this isn't the NFC South. This is not Atlanta. You know, you can't do the scramble thing. You know, you're not 20-something years old. You got to stay in the pocket a little bit. I just don't see him getting it done in New York.
Really? I mean, can Vic play football or not? That's the question. And obviously, yes, he can.
He can.
Yeah, he's getting paid big money. He draws the traffic. So why you think the Jets brought him over there?
I think they did it for one sole reason. That was to motivate Geno Smith.
Okay.
That was it. It wasn't a reason. You really think they're going to draft a quarterback #1 overall and their first pick and then bring Vic over? No, they want to motivate him. That's all that was. That was a motivation tactic.
Okay, well, he better keep his eyes on Vic.
Let's run some film real quick and see what's really going on there.
Jets next drive still trailing 3-0, 3rd and 6 from the Colts 33. Smith under pressure. Throws it incomplete, intended for David Nelson. That was Geno's last pass of the night. He finished 4 of 6 for 33 yards. Up next, Michael Vick, #1. 2-4 as a starter for the Eagles last year. Jets possession, getting things rolling is Michael Vick. Running down the left sideline, cutting it in, showing that he's still the fastest man on the field. Picks up 15 yards there on the scramble. 7 plays later, 3rd and 8, the Colts 12. It's Vick again, this time diving out of bounds. Vick would be short, but they would convert on 4th down. 3 plays later, it's Chris Johnson, CJ2K, another new Jet, punching it in. That would tie the game at 10. Johnson finished with 4 carries for 2 yards. In the 4th quarter, it's Jets ball, still tied at 10. 4th and 5 at the Colts 33. Rex Ryan sends out the kicking unit. Andrew Fernie lining it up from 51 yards and knocks it in. Jets go on to win 13-10.
All right. So, Jets, all right. Sherrod, your favorite team?
Well, let's go back to that. Based on that last clip, I mean, come on, Chris, I asked you to pull up something that helped out Geno Smith's case, but that obviously didn't help out at all.
Yeah.
You know what? Honestly, my favorite team is Carolina Panthers. Yes. Love the Carolina. I love Philly too. Don't get me wrong. I love the Eagles, but I love the Panthers. Unfortunately, we've gotten rid of every wide receiver on our core from last year. We got rid of Steve Smith. We got rid of LaFell out of LSU. Now we got a guy by the name of Philly Brown. I mean, is he from Philly? Does he want to play for Philly, or does he want to play with Johnny Manziel? I mean,
he's got a catchy name.
I mean, he's got a catchy name, but he's 5'11". I mean, we need a taller guy in there.
Yeah, that's
true. We got rid of that vibe.
Well, actually, Smith wasn't that tall, though, if you think about it.
But he had heart.
Yeah, heart and speed.
He had heart.
Yes.
We don't look that good in the preseason. I mean, we got murdered tonight. Yeah. We got murdered by the Patriots. It was what 7? Yeah. 7-30.
Yeah, Camden, you said, is recovered from injury, though, right?
Yeah. He just had surgery in the offseason, so he's still nursing that.
Yeah.
If you never had a broken ankle or a torn or ruptured ankle in any phase, it takes time.
Yeah.
I don't see him getting better until probably halfway during the season. Yeah.
Hopefully he can stay healthy.
Hopefully so.
Well, since they didn't do that well, we won't play the clip then.
Yeah, they didn't do that well.
All right, gentlemen, it's wide open here. DeJuan, I know you had a few things you wanted to throw in there.
My little
have at it.
My little football Hail Mary is basically for those of us that, love L.A. How many years has it been since we've been without a team, And every year we've just been like gypsies trying to pick somebody that we want to cheer for that year. Last year I wound up, pulling for the Broncos, and at the end of the day, that left me broke. And so every year you have to scramble, man. I just think it's time, man, that the city of Los Angeles has a football team, man. I just have to say that, man.
Yeah, what's that coach for Seattle's name, though? That's our L.A. connection.
What's
Pete Carroll?
Yeah, Pete Carroll.
But that's the thing. Everybody could tie in this up. Hey, man, I got something, man, off the top of my head, man, I'd like to ask you, man. Actually, it's a 2-part question. And I like to digress about Monet. That appears to be her nickname. What are some of the greatest sports nicknames you can think of, and which sport, that's the second part of the question, has the best nicknames? Football, basketball, baseball, college? I mean, who came up with the best nicknames? And is nicknames, are they as impactful as they used to be?
I got there first on that now. That's Magic Johnson. Irvin Magic Johnson. Does it get any better than Magic?
No, because he's a lovable guy. And, I mean, everything he did was magical. I mean, you know, he's almost like the greatest place on earth. He was next to Disney World. I mean, for crying out loud.
That's true. He came to my shop for 10 years, and each time he came in, it was magical. And he was very nice to people. And he's just a very warm and outgoing guy. You never would think a big guy like that would be so nice and would talk to your mom on the phone. This Magic, man, what's up? You know, he did it all. So, who you got, Smitty?
Well, I was trying to run some names through my head there, but, you know, all sports, if you think about it, they have one or two players like Nate the Great back in the day.
Nate the Great, out of El Paso.
Wilt the Stilt, you know, back in the day.
He hated that nickname, by the way.
Wilt did?
Yeah, he hated that nickname, man. He liked Dipper, if you call him
Earl
Dipper.
the Pearl.
Earl the Pearl Monroe. Yeah.
You know, there are those that swear allegiance to the Babe.
The Babe.
Because he had the OG nickname back then.
Yeah, well.
Babe Ruth, baby.
Yeah, Babe Ruth.
Oh, okay,
Well,
okay.
Well, keeping with baseball, one of the greatest hitters of our time and era was Hammerin' Hank.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's true.
Hammerin' Hank Aaron. And, I mean, he's almost an afterthought now, but you know, his milestone of 715 home runs stood for years.
Yeah, and what
decades.
was Deion Sanders' name? Neon Deion? Or was it?
Neon Deion.
Yeah, so that's a smooth name.
Did Jim Brown have a nickname?
Did Jim Brown?
There were some people that just didn't have nicknames.
Jim Brown had Jim Brown.
Jim Brown. And some people, you know what? Some people, you have one name you just say, and in other people you say their whole name.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Isn't that interesting?
Elgin Baylor.
Yeah.
You know, just
But look at probably the most recognizable nickname by one name only would be Jordan.
Yeah, isn't that
He's
something?
He's a brand.
He's a brand.
Yeah.
But you got to
brand.
remember, back in the 90s, he added 10% to the U.S. economy by himself, just his brand alone.
I tell you, the one guy, man, if you really look at it, if you really look at Jerry West, who became the logo, that does not get compensated for the
Mr.
NBA
Clutch?
logo. Yeah, Mr. Clutch,
Mr.
but
Clutch.
he's the logo.
Yes.
But he doesn't get paid on all the usage of his image.
And they're trying to change that, too.
Yeah, but can you imagine what Jerry West would be earning if he got paid on the NBA logo?
Yeah. Millions.
Oh, man.
Muhammad Ali never got a float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
Yeah,
but
we just called him Ali. We called him Champ.
Ali.
We called
Ali.
him Champ Ali, you know.
Ali, what I
the
mean,
greatest.
Oh, man.
Ali name in itself.
Yeah, he said
is a
something.
testament.
He said something one time. I'm a bad man.
Yep.
And now everything, man, that's bad, man. You see that over there? That was bad.
Now
Who
Sugar Ray
created
Leonard,
that?
Sugar Ray Leonard could take Sugar Ray's name and get away with it.
Yeah.
Well, he
did.
was sweet, though.
Yeah, he was.
sweet.
But how often can you steal somebody else's nickname?
You got to be
And it
great
worked
at
for
what you
you.
do.
You're just
Yeah.
as sweet.
Yeah. Kobe, Black Mamba.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but do cats really call him Black Mama? Do you see?
No.
Do you see brothers and sisters walking around in
Kobe,
in
that's
L.A.
it.
saying, you know what? I'm going to see Black Mamba tonight.
No,
Who
Kobe.
the hell is Black
Kobe.
Mamba?
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? We got to
Vince Carter?
congratulate.
Yeah. What was Vince Carter's name? Excuse me.
Vince
Oh,
Sanity.
Insanity. Insanity.
That was
yeah.
dunk stuff.
That's a good
That was
one.
dunks.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, Sonny.
Oh, that's all right. We got to congratulate Mr. Byron Scott.
Oh yeah.
You know, personally, I think the team is headed in a new direction. He's the man. He's proven. He's been a winner, a champion, proven coach already in the NBA.
Yes. Yep.
And now he brings that here home. You know, he went to high school here, Morningside, and I just think that everybody's going to rally around him.
Absolutely.
And he's really going to turn around the team. I suspect they come out of the West. What do you think, Smitty?
James Worthy said he sees them in the playoffs also, and I think that they're going to have a great team. You know, don't underestimate. And to me, it all is going to hinge on how Kobe's doing, though. You know, if he's going to be able to play the full season.
Kobe will be just fine.
Okay.
That man's work ethic, it's relentless. It's crazy. You know, that's all he knows is to be able to go out there and work hard. I think the main thing is that Byron will recognize that he doesn't need to have all those minutes.
Yes.
How are you 35, 36 years old and running the point? No, that's not right. I mean, you can do some things, but the whole structure will be different. The thing I like about Byron Scott is that he will give people their roles.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
And, man, once that's established, you just go out and go hard. and wait for your replacement to come in, and that's it. And most everyone will get to play. And man, it's going to be great. I'll probably go to some games too.
Yeah, he's talking about he's going to emphasize defense. So I understand the rookie, was it Randolph? Isn't it? Yeah, he's going to play some defense. What's the guy that came over from Chicago?
Boozer.
Yeah. So he's a great defensive player.
I got a chance to talk to Byron Scott's son the other day, and we were just talking about basketball.
Thomas.
Thomas, and he did the ALS Challenge the other day too. Which is kind of funny. But you know what? Let's not get beside ourselves. You know, Kobe's an aging star.
Yes.
You know, he's 36 now. You know, he's battled injuries for better than 15 plus years. The team will be great. Well, I take that back. They'll be good. I don't think they'll be great. And to say they'll come out of the West, that's a little bit of a stretch, simply because, and I say that to say, and I know Sonny's not going to agree with me because we talked about this in the barbershop. He's not going to agree with me because it's too much of a learning curve that first year. You got a point guard that's just 1 or 2 years removed from Houston. You got Carlos Boozer, who's used to playing in the system, but he's used to playing defense. You got Kobe. Kobe is the catalyst in all of this. Kobe's got to get people to play along with him, not Kobe play along with them. And that's the problem and the issue that people have. Nobody wants to play with Kobe. Is that true?
I think that's where the coach comes in and changes all of that.
Okay.
That's going to make the difference. Kobe will have almost his same role, but it's going to be slightly different in that there are going to be other options other than him every single time.
Okay.
Because he'll go on a roll, and sometime at the end of the game he has to. Because if no one else is scoring, he'll take it upon himself to go down there and do what he needs to do.
Well, who's the other big-time scorer for the Lakers now? What's it? I call him P. Diddy, Master P. What's his name?
P. Diddy?
No, what's his name? Nick Young.
Nick Young? Yeah. Oh, he doesn't even count.
Swaggy P.
Swaggy P.
Yeah, we forgot about that name, Swaggy.
And that's the reason we forgot about that name.
Absolutely.
No, but you can count on 20, 25 points from him.
Well,
off the bench.
I agree with that. Swaggy P does have a swag all of his own.
That's right.
And sometimes it's unconditional love that he's shown by not only the fans but also coaching staff. But I mean, he's a streaky player.
But Byron is going to know how to use him. That's the key.
No, absolutely.
He's going to teach him to play defense, and with him playing a little defense and then putting up, 10, 15, 25 points a game.
How many times
along with Kobe?
How many times, and Warren, maybe you can answer, how many times has Byron been to the finals? I know he went with the Nets.
Twice. And I'll say this, too, is, Byron came in here on Monday, and we can look forward to him going on air, to talk about his credentials himself. There's one thing, man, that I can appreciate about B is you've got about 3 different types of coaches, the formula of 3 different types of coaches in the NBA. You've got that guy that we all want to hear from. We want to hear his interviews, but he's not an X and O guy. You've got the X and O guy that doesn't want to talk. And then you've got the preparation guy. He's great for preparation, in practice. If you throw stuff at him in the game, he's great for preparation in practice. I mean, in live action, he can, The one thing I've watched about Byron over the years, he has the capability to do all of those things.
True.
He handles the media very well. He represents. If you meet him on the street, he'll stop and talk to you about anything. Even in the middle of our golf games, he's just friendly and just a down-to-earth, nice guy. But at the same token, he understands the game of basketball. And I think, to your point, Smitty, that this team is built around Kobe Bryant first and foremost. But because it's a professional team, if Kobe's not there, he is not going to let it fall apart. He's going to have a system in place to keep it together until either Kobe comes back, or contingent upon whatever Kobe's contributions will be. And the San Antonio Spurs proved that it's about teamwork now. You can take guys,
very much so.
You can take guys and you can find a way to get some chemistry, and they do some things. I've been on teams, man. It may not have been pretty, but we are not going to lose. We'll find a way to win, toward the end of the game. And I think that they are the goal right now, I think, is playoffs, and I think that's attainable.
Yeah, one thing about it, though, San Antonio still had talented players, though. they had a system, but those guys could play ball too, though.
Yeah, they
had
can.
The
But
old men, which went out and just performed greatly. Just basic, fundamental basketball.
that is the key. It was fundamental. It was a clinic.
I don't see a reason why they don't go back next year.
No, not at all.
I agree with
Well,
you.
given they could do it. Given the bench, because the bench came in and the coach knew how to use them, and that's what B. Scott can do.
Yeah.
That's what's so scary about this. It's the shot in the arm that the Lakers needed. They couldn't get it out of Tony, whatever his name was, but they can sure get it out of B because he's proven. He's already went to other NBA teams, and he's just coming here. It's like, okay, I'm gonna do the same thing I did over there.
You know, I was just thinking about it. When he went to Cleveland, LeBron was still up in the air just before Byron signed.
Yeah,
right?
he interviewed him. They were under the impression. They gave no indication that he wasn't coming back.
So he got a raw deal when he signed. LeBron took off.
Yeah, he thought he was going to get LeBron.
He probably would have done well there at Cleveland had LeBron been there. No doubt about it.
Let's talk about some other NBA teams. Let's talk about the Clippers. They have a new owner.
Oh, yeah. That's an exciting thing.
You know what? The owner for the Clippers and Magic Johnson, Magic, they were at the baseball game and the other night. I think they were playing who were they playing? They were playing the Padres. And this guy's just full of energy. You can tell that he has a wellness culture. And let me help some of our listeners out there what a wellness culture is. Pepsi is a Fortune 100 company, and they build around the success of building teamwork, just like what we're talking about. Even in companies such as Pepsi, Pfizer, and things like that, they have what you call a wellness culture, meaning this. They set the parameters of having success, meaning if one of the employees needs a massage during the workday because they've had a stressful week, they set up massage clinics. Or if they need counseling, they set up counseling sessions at the job site. What I see from the Clippers owner, he's going to build a wellness culture. He's going to buy into all of the players, meaning he's going to put their thoughts in what they think are important first. And I think that's very important in building a successful franchise. And it's great that he's so enthusiastic. I mean, he was so loud the other day when they announced him as the owner. I didn't even know who the guy was. And if you look at his track record, everywhere he's been, he's succeeded, he's won, and he's built a staple, an example to be emulated. So I think that hats off to him.
Yeah.
Hey, he's paid the cost to be the boss too.
Yeah, $2 billion. Yeah, he just got $2 billion laying around. Okay, give me that team. But it's going to be exciting, especially the rivalry between the Lakers and the Clippers at the Staples Center. That's really going to be great. I'll have to go and see it. Normally I don't like to go to those games, but I'm going to go this year.
Can we call it a rivalry after like just 1-2 years now? I mean,
I think when Byron was interviewed, he said that's no rivalry.
Exactly,
look at the
man.
banners. Look at the banners.
Man.
But I'll say this though: the Clippers had all that talent last year, great coach, and they blew it. So that's typical of the Clippers. So. I can't ride with them in terms of winning the championship. I just can't do it.
I have to say this, and rarely am I one to try to I watch the Clippers, and I'm just a diehard Laker. I signed with them twice, but it was as though the referees in that series and the attention, the negativity from the whole Donald Sterling thing, they couldn't get a break. I mean, they were fouling out their bigs and putting them in foul trouble in the first half.
Yeah, but you remember Chris Paul made a couple of mental mistakes.
That's true. But when you got your guys in foul trouble in the first half, typically they weren't calling it the same way. And I'm not, I don't gamble. And I have no horse in the race. But, when things just weren't called right, you do know there's a history of, who you can pretty much see who the league wants to progress and who they don't. And there was some shots there, man, that just can't all fall on. And everything else, man, the external distractions and stuff they had, man, it wasn't as though they were just,
if you think about it, though, the best teams end up in the finals. San Antonio deserved to be there last year. Miami deserved to be there.
I gotta disagree with you on that.
Well, who should have been there other than
I gotta disagree with you.
Who should have
on
been
that.
there other than San Antonio? Tell me. Who should have been there other than San Antonio?
Well, if you get there, you got there. But I mean, when
OKC couldn't do it.
Well, I'm going to be honest
Clippers
with you.
couldn't do it.
I really thought Portland was going to be there.
Really?
I really thought Portland was going to be in the Western Conference Final. I mean, they have two studs up there.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they got two studs up there that really play the game of basketball, and they play it end to end.
That point guard is something else for a young player.
He's phenomenal.
Yes,
he's phenomenal, and I really thought they had a chance.
Yeah,
I really thought they had a chance to pull it off. But
hey, while we're talking hoops, what about that? We can't ignore that 40-point win by USA over Puerto Rico today.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that was a tight first half. They were only up by 5, and it took a 3-pointer, you know, with like at the buzzer in the first half just to get a 5-point lead. I mean, Puerto Rico fought real hard in that first half. There was some really good fundamental defense on both sides, man.
Yeah.
Did Rose play today?
He played very well. He
Rose
played very
looks
well.
good.
He played
Really?
very well.
Yeah, he looks well.
And I'm concerned about his game because it's so concussive.
It is.
You know,
it is.
he has that whole what's the guard from Philly? You know,
the guy
Allen Iverson. Iverson. You know, he's just brutal with it. You know, how long can you play football in a basketball uniform? And that's the only thing that concerns about.
But you know what? I would say this about AI. That's probably part of the reason why he was so successful, because he was a blue chip All-American. He played football. Could have probably gone anywhere and played football.
I agree.
So he had that toughness. You know, he had that toughness built in. I don't think Rose played anything but basketball his whole life.
I don't know, but he plays it like it's football.
Yeah.
Because he goes in among the
Straight to
trees.
the cup and
It's
twist
like,
and turn.
man, boy.
Yeah.
You know, how long you think guys gonna let you just dunk on them twisting and turning like that? You gotta.
But doesn't that style throw the chemistry off of the team? I mean, all the other players are used to playing together, and then you're going to bring him back, and if he's going to be playing that same style that you're talking about.
Well, it remains to be seen. I mean, they're pros. I mean, they built the team around the guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then when he left, I mean, they still found a way to be successful. That's my point about the Lakers and Kobe.
Yeah, you have to give that coach credit for that. Though, keeping the team together and using the talent
players,
to the fullest ability.
You do what it takes to win, man. The bottom line, they got heart.
Yeah,
they got heart.
Yeah,
that's right. Heart. You know, they're going to find a way to win.
Yeah.
And
they play that blue-collar basketball.
Yeah, well, they're a gritty team.
Heart,
right.
You know, you got Noah and all those guys there. They're gritty players.
Yes.
You know, heart accounts for so much. That's the intangible right there.
Yep.
You know, heart. And that's what Byron is going to bring to the Lakers. You know, it's like he's going to teach them what it's like to be a Laker.
Right.
You know, all these other coaches weren't Lakers. They couldn't tell you how to be a Laker.
Yes.
You know, and Bus, I mean, hey, you know, there's hard. You can't replace Dr. Buzz. There's only one Dr. Buzz.
So here's my question now. Now you say he's going to teach him how to be a Laker. Do you not think Kobe already knows how to be a Laker?
Well, you know, I think that
it's different.
It is different,
Okay.
and as a student of the game like Kobe is,
yes,
there are the Showtime Lakers, and then there's the Lakers,
right?
You know, and then there was the Wilt Lakers as well.
Yes.
I mean, it's that organization, man, and I got to tell you, man, AC Green is one of the few cats that won championship rings in both of those eras.
Is this AC Green pre-Jerry Curl or post-Jerry Curl?
Well, you know, he won with the Showtime crew, and he also won with the Shaq crew.
He did.
You know, and people, you know, to his credit, he always drew, you know, the forwards he had to guard, man, in his heyday. Every night it was Barkley or, I mean, you know, it was Malone, or every night he just had to hold a guy to 20.
He earned that title of being Iron Man.
Let's go.
Iron Man. Yep, all the way.
That's difficult.
Okay, hey, that's going to do it. Great job, gentlemen. Thanks for coming in, Mr. Sherrod Kanye, as always. DeJuan Scott,
No, thank you, sir.
my co-host.
Thank you, sir.
And his boy, Smitty.
I've been enjoying it, my man.
I thought you was going to do the ice bucket challenge, man. What's the ice bucket?
Here y'all go with that. Come on now. Here y'all go with that. There's no ice buckets here. Hey, we'll catch you next week.
Don't forget your
Just
sponsors.
Sports. Thanks to Johnny Morris. Thank you. We out.
All right.